Hey everybody, it's Trags alongside Josue Pavon once again here inside TD Garden. This is the Garden Report powered by CLNS Media. The Celtics take care of business here in game number 5, 92-87 over the Milwaukee Bucks, who made several runs, Josue, at the Celtics in the second half, but could never get over the hump. The Celtics, thanks to the incredible comeback story of Marcus Smart and the incredible power story of Al Horford, 22 points and 14 rebounds, manage to get themselves now in a position where they can move on to round 2 with a win Thursday night in Game 6 in Milwaukee.
The most important player of the series, Trags. I've been saying that from the beginning. I don't know if you guys remember. You can go back and check the old videos, but Al Horford, I always thought that because of what he's able to do down low, outside, you saw the combination of that. You saw a lot of threes in this game, but Al Horford certainly hit some big ones in that fourth quarter. You saw some big shots also made by other players as well, but, man, Marcus Smart. Talk about a guy who just does things that just gives this team life time and time again, and we saw that especially in the second half.
He came in to a rousing ovation, as you would expect here at TD Garden, with just about 4 minutes remaining in the first quarter. He played the next 8 minutes, and the final 3 minutes of the first half had a huge impact right out of the chute. He had a three-point play, and on the next possession, Milwaukee comes down the court, and it was Matthew Dellavedova thinking that he had Giannis Antetokounmpo for an easy alley-oop, and who under the basket blocks the shot but Marcus Smart. I thought that was the play of the game.
I have to absolutely agree with that, Trags. 100%. Play of the game. He did it also in the first half. I mean, he comes into the game. It's funny, before the game, he was talking about, or someone asked him, hey, Marcus, are you going to have to take it a little easy today? He goes, I don't know how to do that. If I'm playing basketball, if I'm in all the way.
He said the same thing after the game to us as well.
20 seconds into being into the game, he's already diving for a loose ball. I mean, that's just Marcus Smart. You can't substitute that type of effort, and you can't substitute what that meant for this team, for the momentum, for the crowd. I mean, it just all came together, Trags, especially in the second half. But, yeah, I mean, look, he was like a rim protector out there, Marcus Smart. Unbelievable stuff. And I'm not quite sure the Celtics come out of this one without Marcus Smart. Do you agree?
I would agree with you. I don't think they would have the same energy. I don't think Terry Rozier would have had the same energy in the fourth quarter. He had a great fourth quarter, but if they had to rely more on Terry Rozier and didn't have Marcus Smart in there, I think that would have been a lot to expect of Terry Rozier. But the one other play I want to focus on, and it involved Marcus Smart scrambling in the final 45 seconds for a loose ball with 3 Bucks all around him. He somehow manages to find Al Horford wide open for a layup that was a huge basket, essentially clinched the game with about 28 seconds to go. After the game, Horford told us he didn't think anything good was going to happen when 3 guys, Milwaukee Bucks, were on the ground surrounding Marcus Smart, but Smart found a way.
Yeah, especially because it was like 1 second or maybe a second and a half by the time the ball ended up in Al Horford's hands. But, man, it's a very interesting moment, I thought, when Brad Stevens subbed out Marcus Morris for Marcus Smart. I felt like that was the point where Stevens said, look, we have a decent cushion here. Let's just double down defensively, and let's just pull out this win because we have enough points, enough leeway to pull it off, and Marcus Smart made all of that capable because of what he's able to do defensively, creating second chance opportunities, those little deflections, the tap backs. I mean, that just made a huge difference in this one. Look what Chris Middleton did at the end. I mean, that three-pointer, if you go back plays after plays, leading up to that big three, that could have easily put them right back into it, but because Marcus Smart was able to create those second chance opportunities, that wasn't available for the Bucks in the end of the game.
Another point we have to aspect of this game we have to touch on real quick here. With about 9 minutes to go in the third quarter, Eric Bledsoe and Terry Rozier renew acquaintances. It was Bledsoe pushing Terry Rozier out of bounds. And after the game, I asked Brad Stevens, what do you tell Terry Rozier in a situation like that about keeping his cool? And he told me simply, he told Terry Rozier, we need you on the court. What was the reaction of Eric Bledsoe? You were in the Bucks locker room.
Actually, I was in the Celtics locker room. I got to speak to Terry Rozier about it. And Rozier, of course, he sort of just smiled, looked at the reporters and just said, look, man, we're just 2 guys having fun. That's all it is. I mean, I just think Terry Rozier has always had that type of mindset since this whole thing started between him and Bledsoe. He sort of downplayed it. Oh, he doesn't know my name. Oh, all right, well, that's up to him. Oh, he wants to push me around, here and there. I have to keep my cool. And Marcus Morris actually commented on it as well, and he talked about how he's actually friends with Bledsoe. And he said it is a bit weird. Obviously, it's obviously a little awkward that these two are going at it the way they are. But at the end of the day, he knows that Terry Rozier is the more the cooler one out of the two. He's not going to get as hot as Bledsoe would. And that's exactly what he told us after the game. So that's exactly what we saw out of Terry Rozier. Something's going to really need that heading back into Milwaukee. He didn't have a great trip. Game 4 was better than Game 3, but they're going to need something similar to what we saw tonight here in Game 5, in Game 6 if they want to close it out over there.
Celtics defense outstanding. The Greek freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo, only had 10 shot attempts all night long. And Chris Middleton had his 23 points. But the Celtics able to take care of business here on Tuesday night in game number 5, beating the Milwaukee Bucks by a score of 92-87. Closeout opportunity Thursday night in Milwaukee. If that doesn't happen, then they've got Game 7 back here in Boston on Saturday. This has been the Garden Report, powered by CLNS Media. He is Josue Pavon. I'm Mike Petralia, CLNS Media.